Hi, I'm Sammi West and I'm a squad lead at Digital. In this video, I'm going to talk about how I moved into the tech industry without a tech background originally and share some insights into what it's really like to be a squad lead and hopefully inspiring some other women to consider a similar role. Before joining I studied a psychology degree at the University of Leeds, and then I worked for 6 years in marketing for an academic publisher. My marketing role was very broad and varied, but it included a lot of website content management and elements of graphic design, search engine optimization, web analytics. So these more digital aspects of my job enabled me to become relatively tech savvy, and I touched on a little bit of HTML and CSS coding back then as well. So when my company launched a new web platform, I was heavily involved in the design and requirements analysis for the new site, as well as the migration of all of our content. So it was here that I really started to learn the art of product management. Soon after the launch of that new site, I then secured my first official role as a product manager for another publishing company, this time in the tech team itself as opposed to the marketing team. And over the next 18 months, with the support of my employer, I undertook lots of training about digital product management and agile scrum framework, whilst kind of learning on the job about what product management really entails and what it's about. So I've been at And for almost 2 years now, and I'm working with my third client. Each client gig is really different, so I learn something new every time, which is great. My first year was working with a small client on a new e-commerce site build for a builder's merchant, and on that I played the role of product owner. My second client was another e-commerce site build, but this time with a fashion retailer, and on that one, again, I was in the role of product owner and then later in more of a delivery lead role. It was around the time that I joined my second client, fashion retailer, that I was also promoted from product analyst to squad lead. What it means is that now, in addition to my client responsibilities, where I am now responsible for taking a kind of leading role as the most senior consultant on the gig, I also line manage a squad of Andes, which is what we call our people, and I'm a member of Club Marie's senior leadership team. We call it our ops team. We're responsible for the overall successful operation of our Leeds club. There's kind of 3 parts to my role: squad lead, client delivery lead, and ops team member. But the most important part is that of the squad lead, hence the job title. Responsible for keeping a squad of around 10 to 12 Andes happy, supported, and engaged throughout their entire journey with And. I'm not always on the same client with the Andes in my squad, but our squad is like a permanent home for each Andy to always come back to, regardless of their client engagements, which will change over time. Ultimately, our philosophy is that happy people do great work, and great work means happy clients. So it's my job to ensure that my Andes are happy, because that's the key to success of our business. Our squad leads all come from slightly different backgrounds. Mine's in product management, but some of my peers come from delivery or program management backgrounds, business analysis, or even a developer background. Squad lead is quite a senior role at And, so for someone looking to move into this role, there's a few key skills that you would need regardless of your background. The first one is stakeholder management. As I mentioned, squad leads tend to be our most senior consultant within a client team, so it's our job to keep our client sponsors and key stakeholders informed and satisfied throughout our engagement, dealing with delivery plans, estimations, commercials and budgets, team performance, and business development conversations. Ultimately, you've got to be able to hold your own when the going gets tough too. The second one is tech savviness. In order to lead a tech team, whatever your background, you need plenty of experience in working in software delivery so that you can talk the lingo and understand the work being done by the team in order to be that key point of kind of senior liaison between the team and the client. The third one is Agile Scrum understanding. We typically work within the Agile Scrum framework, so experience of working in this way is really important, coupled with the pragmatism to apply it in a way that works for each client and their culture and their ways of working. The last key skill is team leadership. Ultimately, everything about this role is leadership, whether it's leading your permanent squad of Andes who you line manage and coach throughout their time with And and ensure that they're happy and engaged and productive, or leading your team on client to successfully deliver a piece of work over a number of months, or serving as one of the senior ops team members within the club, leading our club to success. Leadership of people is basically key to everything that we do in this role. This is going to sound really cheesy and cliched, but the best thing about working at And really is the culture. People genuinely are at the heart of every decision at And. The onboarding process is brilliant. I've never felt so well inducted upon joining a new company. And I feel cared for. I feel that my interests and ambitions truly matter, and also that my individuality is celebrated. All of that, coupled with the vast experience that you gain by working with so many different businesses alongside other brilliant Andes, I genuinely do just love working here. Thank you, And.